story of PastaPants. I would first like to um, point out that I would be Ron, and I am not actually PastaPants, but rather my friend is. My friend Austin. We were both avid drinkers back last summer, and we did some crazy stuff, but we weren't the partiers. We were the people that would sit in our rooms and just get shit faced to the point where we couldn't stand, and yeah, that kind of shit faced. Anyways, my dad and me and Austin all decided to have Pizza Hut. It was like, man, it's a good night to have Pizza Hut. And we got the pasta and a large pizza, supreme, hand tossed. Love it. And well, we ate supper, and it was about 7 o'clock at night, and you can only buy booze at up until 9. And I was like, Dad, we got some extra money. Why, let's get some alcohol. And of course, my dad is a guy that won't say no. So he was all like, alright. So we're going, we get some alcohol, and we're all looking, but of course, Dad has to buy. Or my dad has to buy, because he's the only one old enough. And he tells us to just pick it out and he'll supply. And me and Austin were looking around and we see UV Blue, which is just flavored vodka as far as I know. And we're like, this is too common. We've seen it before. Everybody talks about it. Let's keep looking. And I see Goldschlager, however you want to pronounce it. It had alcohol, but had gold flakes in it. And it wasn't not enough to the point where you could start buying it and harvesting the gold and selling the gold and making profit from this, but enough to make it look like you're fancy. And at the time we were both into the fancy per se stage where we were like, bitch, I'm fancy, and wearing tuxes and big vocabulary that you know. Anyways, well, we came across Rumple Mints, and my dad started talking about it, saying how it was flammable, and Austin and I, we couldn't resist. We were like, alright, let's get it. Boom. Done. And my dad was like, that's not enough for the both of you. So, of course, we went with the next option, which would be UV Blue, because, well, it was there. So, we're drinking, or we get home and we start drinking. All's good. But we got a little too far with the drinking, and my dad had a drink or two, not enough to affect him, but, you know, just playing quarters and having a good time. Well, that pizza and our alcohol did not settle together, and Austin, he's out. Austin just passed out. He's a big guy too, 200 something pounds, about 6 foot. He's out on the couch. Just we could have smacked him, and he's just. Ugh. Anyways, we had some leftover pasta, and my dad had the bright idea to be like. He starts laughing, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm fucked. And my dad's like, we got some leftover pasta, and I didn't know what was happening, and all of a sudden he just grabbed a big spoon of pasta and he walked over to Austin. I'm like, oh god. And I blacked out. I'm done. And the next morning, my dad didn't say anything. He just went on nonchalant. And I was like, okay. I don't remember a lot of it. And it's in the morning. We both have iffy hangovers. We go to McDonald's for lunch because we all woke up around 11:30. And it's 90-degree day, really, really warm, where you walk out, start walking, you're sweating. Well, we get to McDonald's, and by the time I figured it out, he sat down, stood up, so on and so forth, and it should have been noticeable. But what had happened was, my dad put the pasta inside of his pants, like it was in his underwear, in like that little if you're a guy, you know, like you have that little baggage under your ass. Well, he put it all in that little baggage, and throughout the entire day, with 90-degree weather, Austin walked around, sat down, stood up, moved around, with pasta in his pants. And it came to me how he figured it out, because we were standing there, my dad was working on my truck. It was just a project truck. Austin shook his leg, and a noodle fell out, and Austin just befumbled. He had no idea how a noodle came out of his pants. And he felt his ass for some reason, and I think he asked me if he shit his pants, and he just ran to the bathroom real quick, and he came out, and just red-faced, pissed off look. My dad looked at him, he's like, "What?" He's like, "You son of a bitch! You put pasta in my pants!" And I just lost it. I didn't realize what happened until Dad told me when he was in the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh shit." And so he came out, he said that stuff, and he said it was smeared everywhere, and he had no idea how it got there, because it was like the noodles were smushed in his hair, and you get the image. And I just, to this day, I call them PastaPants. And I just wanted to start a YouTube channel, bring back the old days. This was 2 years ago, maybe. And I just wanted to make the YouTube channel, get it going again, because me and him had a good YouTube channel going, over 100 videos, 60,000 views. Just, it was nice. And all of a sudden, we just got DMCA, which I have no idea, because most of it was me gaming, him playing guitar, and the occasional tutorial on how to do something in the game. Anyways, I just wanted to start this over, get some story times going, hopefully get some views, so on and so forth. I'm not looking for anything, sponsorships, making money for it. I just want to hear some good laughs and replies. And I think this will conclude our Pasta Pants story. Have a good day.